All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and tonight I am live streaming once again. Hopefully everybody out there can hear me. I'm sure I'm talking too loud, but oh well, that's how it happens. I did send out some invites to a few people. We'll see if anybody wants to join. I'm sure Avery's out there. Let me double check and make sure I sent him an invite. There we go. All right. Actually, I'm going to work on a couple of different drawings tonight. I'm going to do a few more of the 6x9 mini sketches. So I got a plan for something special. And then we'll start working on another larger sketch in a little bit. Let me turn on my camera so I can actually record the drawing of the sketches. As if you guys don't know, when I do these live streams, I usually record whatever it is I'm drawing, and then I make that into a video the next day. And so if you miss the live stream and you don't want to sit through an hour of us chit-chatting and talking about whatever, you can watch the drawing video the next day and enjoy whatever it is we're drawing. Let me shift my camera just a little bit up. There we go. Oh, and before we do this, let's just take a quick look over at the IndieGoGo. And everybody can see what's happening over there. This is the Hero Book 1 IndieGoGo that's up right now. We're currently up to $1,001, and we have 13 days left. I have a strange inkling that we're not going to make our goal, but that's okay. That's okay. We kind of knew we were fighting an uphill battle by launching in November and have it go through December when everybody has their minds and their money focused elsewhere, which I understand completely. I have no problem with that. But Avery and I are already talking about doing other things to make the campaign even better when we do have to relaunch it. And yes, we will. So, all right. Let me stop sharing. Here we go. Can close that down. But if anybody out there is interested and wants to check out the IndieGoGo, definitely go over there and check it out. We've got original art. We've got books. We have for every level of the IndieGoGo campaign, you get a piece of original art, and I'm actually going to work on a couple of those this evening. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, if the campaign's not going to be successful, why are you working on sketches? Because you never know. You never know when you're going to need a sketch of hero to send out to somebody, like a Christmas present or something, There's a lot of people out there that I appreciate tremendously, and giving a little original art their way is never a bad thing. I have a friend who, on many occasions, would reach out to me and say, hey, and a friend of mine's got a birthday coming up, or a Christmas is coming up. Any chance I can get you to do a sketch for him? Having an artist friend in your back pocket sometimes is a good thing. And then you might ask the question, is that person taking advantage of you? Oh, yeah, of course they were. But, the things we do for the ones we love or tolerate. But, no, there's a backup story that I want to work on that will go in book 1. And I need to start working on that as well. I need to do the layouts for that and do some character designs, because I got a couple of new characters that are going to appear in there. And, oh, hey, Commodore, how's it going? $1,000 a lot for only having 19 backers. That's an average of $52.63 per pledge. Yes, it is, which I didn't think was too bad. I thought that was pretty good. What's really funny is the fact that when I originally set the goal, my thought was, how many backers would I need at the lowest level, the $20 level, in order to reach our goal, in order to print the books that we need? And that's where we came up with how much our goal was. we were almost on the verge at the rate we were going of reaching our goal with nearly half the amount of people we needed. So, which is pretty cool. But it just means that if we end up, that's his tail doesn't look good over there. If and when we have to relaunch it, we're just going to have to make sure we add even more original art levels that people can choose. I really enjoyed doing those 9x12 sketches, and if I end up having to do a whole bunch of those, that's perfectly fine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I'm kind of kicking myself. The debate at the beginning of the campaign was, are we going to do a fixed goal or a flexible goal? And for those of you out there not familiar with the way IndieGoGo works, if you set your goal as flexible and you don't achieve your goal, like let's say, for example, Hero's goal was $6,000, and we had set it at a flexible goal, well, had we only made $1,000, we would have gotten the money and we would have still had to produce the book. And that's not always a good thing, because the amount of money that would have been needed to print the books would probably have far exceeded what we raised. So we did the safe thing. We set it as a fixed goal because we knew, don't be stupid. And that was kind of Avery, chiming in near the very end, said, hey, don't be stupid. Set it as a fixed goal. If you don't make it, you're not gonna hurt yourself, because having a flexible goal and just barely making it, or not making it at all and still having to produce the book, could really financially hurt you. Especially when you're talking about a full color book. Hey Avery, how's it going, man?
What's up, man? Sorry, I lost track of time.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Well, I just assumed you didn't get the notification, because you know how that works. So
no. I just lost track of time.
No problem. It is no problem whatsoever.
I didn't realize what time it was.
Well, the kids got home today. They actually got home like about a half hour ago or so. So I'm very relieved that my wayward party people made it home safe and sound.
Cool.
So I'm very happy about that. Yep. But as you can see, we're drawing Hero and just chit-chatting. Hey, P.S. Meltzer, how's it going, man?
What's up?
He says, it's okay, dude. Boo, Avery, you didn't come to Cross Show. We could have chatted, too. I did not expect... He actually chimed in early on the stream, but I knew he was getting ready to crash, so I knew he wasn't going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah, P.S. Meltzer was on that one. Actually got to talk to him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Actually, he backed Hero. One of the guys that was in the chat with us did a Hero drawing while we were doing the live stream, and he made an offer. The next person to back Hero at the $30 level gets his sketch, and P.S. Melter took advantage of that.
Nice.
So yeah, it was very cool. But yeah. Another one bites the dust. Let's see. Who do I want to draw next? I think I'm going to do a Hawkeye drawing next. Yeah. So what's new and happening in the world of Avery? Anything good?
Nothing.
Nothing
Nothing to discuss on stream.
Nothing? Okay. You know me. I talk about almost anything.
Yeah, well, I don't.
I know. You're one of those sane individuals that knows when to shut up. Whereas I do not have that control. Let's see. P.S. I told John to send it to you first so you can make copies. Okay. Well, I won't make copies. I'll at least scan it so that I can put it in a future book, because I love collecting sketches of Hero characters for my own personal collection, and then I love adding them into the book as a like fans and friends gallery type thing. You know what? Damn it. I always forget what this character looks like sometimes. I'm such a bad artist. I don't draw Hawkeye nearly as often as I draw Hero, so sometimes I forget what he looks like. Ugh. Jen, I asked her what she wanted for dinner, and she had a craving for Arby's. She likes the cheddar sandwiches with the with the melting cheddar and so forth. And I told her, I said, hey, they've been advertising this new sandwich, the Baconator, or not Baconator, the Arbinator or something, and it's supposed to have roast beef, cheese, horsey sauce, Arby's sauce, and fries on it. So it's supposed to be like a nice big. This sucker was squished to nothing. They didn't put the fries on my version. It's like it was nothing. It was very, very disappointing. I know a lot of people are not fans of Arby's and would tell me that I got what I deserved for going there in the first place, but
they're usually pretty good for fast food.
They are, but this was their 2 for $5 deal, so it's pretty crappy.
It also just might be you.
That's possible too.
You went to the store and got like the crew that doesn't give a crap.
Well, that's possible. That's possible. Oh, hey, Willie Reed, how's it going, man? I do like this character.
What the heck?
What?
Nothing.
Something up?
Yeah, just looking at some silliness.
Get off of Twitter right now.
It's not Twitter. it's your art.
It's my art. Oh no. Now you have to remember that I was almost finished. No, was I almost finished with book 2? At what point in book 2 was I at when you started doing the coloring? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah. Because I didn't know how to do the stroke function properly at that point at the beginning. So, you're gonna come across issues with that. So it's all a matter of so it was definitely a learning process, the whole book. Well, a lot of what I did at the beginning was just to make the art. It was me just trying to make it. I didn't consider anybody else coming in later and doing stuff, like coloring the book. Willie says, you and I have similar cartoony styles. Very cool. Now, I'm a fan of the cartoony style. I know Avery hates it. I don't think there's any book out there that currently has a cartoony style that you're a fan of, is there? You like the more realistic stuff, don't you, Avery?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't buy a lot of comics anymore.
Well, I've actually found books that I like because of the cartoony style.
I like some cartoony styles. Like I backed Bigfoot Bill. I like Doug TenNapel.
Oh yeah, but Doug TenNapel's good people, So I didn't necessarily.
I think I'm pickier with cartoony styles. Like, well, there's a lot of books out there. Like the guy. Oh crap! We were just on his show. I feel like such a jerk. But he was talking about, people that have these styles that sort of seem like it would be for something all ages, like something, but it doesn't match the story.
Right.
And there's a lot of people doing those type of styles, but what they're doing it on doesn't match. And maybe that's it. That's why I've gotten where I don't like a lot of cartoony styles.
Yeah.
It's not my first choice, but people that do it at a high level, I'm like, oh, wow, they're awesome. Like Cheeks. Cheeks is awesome.
Oh, yes. Oh. Charlie's letting us know he's saying hi. D says, do you guys have plans to get more eyes on the book once you relaunch it? And the biggest issue is advertising your book right now. Yeah, I know. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot launching it when we did, but I really, really, really just wanted to get it out there to get people to see it.
You shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, I shot myself in the foot.
Don't say we. Don't say we. I have no power in any decision making.
I'm talking about me and my little friends, the people in my life that help me make decisions, They're not very smart people, but it's all the voices in my head, type of thing.
Yeah.
Day says, what you doing? I'm drawing sketches. That's pretty much it. Avery and I talked about, different things and different plans and different stuff. And then I ignore everything he says and I just do what I'm going to do. So that's how this relationship works.
And a good chunk of the time you go, hey, you were right. I just go, yeah, I know.
Not all the time.
A good chunk of the time.
A good chunk of the time. Says PS Melter says the IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja style is so good right now. It's cartoony yet not. I love it, and I mostly love the Laird Eastman the most. Laird Eastman, yeah. I actually have an original Peter Laird turtle sketch. I've made a video about it, so it's out there.
My favorite issues of the old Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were some issues that Michael Zolli did.
Yes.
The turtles didn't talk, and they looked like turtles sort of standing on their hind legs, but like with more human-like musculature. And it was so dope. Oh my God, it was so good. It was like 2 or 3 issues, and they were gorgeous. They were so sick looking.
That's actually when I started buying the Mirage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series. Went right before that happened, right before those Zuli issues came out.
I think that's about the time I started buying it too.
That was about the time the movie came out, and the popularity was like getting ready to completely blow up. So
I was still pretty new to comics. So, I had seen the cartoon, and then I found that comic book, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's one of those things that just kind of, freaks you out.
Yeah, there was a point in time where they were doing a lot of experimenting and getting a lot of different people involved.
Yeah.
And the turtles were being done in all these different styles, and some of them were absolutely fantastic. Some of them sucked, but... And
the story... in those books was way.
Oh, we just lost Avery. Oh, you blinked out there for a second, man. Sorry.
The story in those Ninja Turtle books was way better than the kid stuff.
Yeah.
Turtle books.
Yeah, that was before the cartoon. The cartoon came after the movie, but yeah.
No. There was already the cartoon.
Are you sure?
Yeah. That's the reason I knew what Ninja Turtle was from the cartoon. Then I found the Mirage comics, and got into that for a while, and it was way better.
Yeah.
It was way better. Then I never looked at that cartoon quite the same. I still have a fondness out of nostalgia for it, but the comic was a lot better.
Commodore says, I'm thinking of ordering my first Japanese, he says mango, but I think he meant manga. Pocket Monster Special. 52 comics in a language I can't read yet. Hey, Cross Comics, how's it going, man? Willie Reed says, the Godzillas are my favorite cartoony style right now. Okay, very cool. Day says, I'm not big on comic books, but I do love the individual art style for each author.
Hold on.
Cool.
I lost you. Man, my connection cut out again. What's up with that?
I don't know, man. I swear it's you this time.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't do it the other night. when we were on that stream.
Somebody said kick the dog. I hope they're not talking about my dog. Cause...
Yes, please kick the dog.
Oh, stop it.
Not kick it literally. Kick it like kick Nasser.
Oh, okay. Well, he's already left the room. He's going nuts that the kids are home. So one particular kid individually. So he has a thing about my daughter's boyfriend. He has a love-hate relationship with him. Every time he walks into the house, he has to tell the whole house that he's here.
All right. It keeps dipping me out.
Yeah.
Your video's really low res too on the screen.
Oh, well.
I don't know if that's coming off to them or that's just me.
I think it's just you because I'm seeing it just fine. As a matter of fact, let me just check the bandwidth. I've got it at auto HD setting. So
something's up with my connection tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be you, man. It's got to be you.
It's clearing up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, something's up with my connection lately. Weird.
I was gonna say maybe it's the weather.
The weather cold shouldn't affect it. I know it was affecting it before a couple years ago, but
D asks, what year did we start collecting comics? I'll have to look it up. I think it's 84 or 85 for me. It was the first. There was issue 2 of Transformers was my first comic, and then Power Pack #1, which came out like the same month. Those were the two that started me on the trend.
When I started collecting,
yeah.
Actually collecting, I couldn't tell you exactly when, but it was. I didn't start regularly buying comics till whenever Inferno came out in X-Men.
Okay, I got you.
That's when I started.
P.S. Meltzer says, poor Avery's a boomer. It's just Avery. It's clear and clean. I think he's talking about the video feed. Oh, I think we lost him again.
I'm right.
Avery. Oh, okay. You went really quiet.
It cut out and I knew it.
Oh, all right.
And you started talking.
Oh, well.
So I stopped.
What, are you telling me you stopped talking when...
Yep.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna do a illustration. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a full page splash or whatnot, but I'm gonna do it like Todd said, Todd from Ignition, to start from the layout, do the sketch, do the whole the whole process, and then I'm gonna give it to you and have you do the color on it, but I want to record you coloring. I mean, you could do it during a live stream or whatever is best for you. It's not going to be like a full page that'll take you days or something. It'll be something small and easy. But I like the idea of documenting the process from, idea to finished inks to color version. Kind of speed it up and then make almost like a documentary, maybe.
Yeah.
You're going to do it anyway.
No.
I'm going to make you do it.
Can't.
You can't? Oh, come on, man. Our fans, they want this, man. They want to see the whole process. They want to be involved. So, all right. Cross Comic says it's going good. P.S. Melter says Avery's a boomer. Willie Reed says it looks good here on my iPad. Okay, cool. Can you change the quality of the feed if you're watching?
You can. You can if it's available. If higher quality is available, you can change it.
Day just said, will you do it for a Klondike bar? You want to know something funny? I'm usually the one that does the grocery shopping in the house. I know pretty much what we have pretty much all the time. There are Klondike bars in the freezer right now, and I don't know how they got there. I don't know who bought them. She's been gone for a week. They're just there. They just appeared out of nowhere.
You know your son has a job, right?
I know he does, but I don't think he would buy Klondike bars and not tell me about it. You know? I mean, he could. Yeah, he does have his own job, so if he wanted to buy something like that, he could. So it might have been him, but they are in the freezer right now. If I wanted one, I could go get one, and then I'd have to explain to whoever they actually belong to what I did with them. So, yeah, but when it comes to Klondike bars, yeah. I didn't look. I think they may be the regular kind, and that's the only kind I'll eat. You put nuts in them. Like some of them come with nuts. I don't like ice cream with nuts. Anybody out there like ice cream with nuts? D says, don't steal the Klondike bar. Now, to be honest with you, everything I buy food-wise in the house, it's fair game. There's nothing for anybody specific. Unless the wife asks for something specific and I let everybody know, hey, these are mom's, don't touch them. It's fair game, so...
What problems in streams with on your...
I don't think it's my end. I don't think it's my end. I invited our friend Todd from New York to the stream. I wanted to catch up with him and see how his visit went. Did you just leave and come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
It totally dropped me completely.
Oh, I didn't even realize it. I was too busy talking.
I know.
Yeah, well, that happens. You guys are starting to realize that I don't necessarily need anybody here, right? I could do this all by myself and just blah, 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 blah the entire hour. I'm sure there's other YouTubers out there who have been on streams with me and says, yeah, we could probably believe that. Let's see what else we got going on. Don't steal the Klondike bar. Got that. Not usually, but only if Klondike. Choco Tacos. Ew, that doesn't sound good at all.
No, it's shaped like a taco.
Is that the ones that is that the treat you get at Taco Bell?
No.
Or is it something different?
Something different.
Don't they have like a Choco Taco at Taco Bell?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You're imagining things.
I may be imagining things.
It's the things that I've seen that are like chocolate. What he's talking about? It's an ice cream. It's made out of chocolate ice cream cone with ice cream in it.
Yeah. Hey, Avid, how's it going, man?
What's up, dude?
Yeah. Day says New York, the melting pot. Yep, that's right. Hey, Uncanny Kodiak, how's it going, man? Avid says Choco Tacos are my absolute favorite junk food. Now, is that something you get at Taco Bell, or is that something totally different? Or am I thinking of something different?
You're out of your mind.
Day says, what's a term used for the states, for your state? Avery needs a new internet network or PCU. Yeah, he probably needs new.
It's only with Andrew.
Really?
It's only when I'm streaming with you.
Wow, I don't know what to say.
Because before we had a period before where it was you.
Yeah. Avid says gas station and grocery stores. Okay, all right. Taco Bell has some type of dessert snack you can get. I know it does. I just don't know what it's called. Because I've never eaten it. I have no clue what it is. But Avid says, okay, I already read that part. Well, Choco Taco sounds like a porn site. Okay. Wafer is taco shell, vanilla ice cream cone, chocolate fudge, hard chocolate coat, and nuts on top. Too far? No, not really. Kodiak, not really. Choco Tacos are delicious. All right, I'm going to have to look out for something like that then. I don't think I've ever heard of a Choco Taco, unless that's what they're the thing I'm thinking of at Taco Bell.
No, it's not. It's not a Taco Bell thing, dude.
Okay.
Stop with the Taco Bell. How many times have you got to be told it's not a Taco Bell thing?
At least one more time, man. At least one more time. Taco Bell has Cinnabon Bites. They are like crack cocaine for fast food desserts. You can't have just one. And then Commodore says, you get it from the supermarket, ice cream truck, or corner store. Okay. You know, we have a couple of those nearby. I may have to go check that out. Choco Tacos.
It's just ice cream in a taco shell that's made out of like waffle cone.
Okay. Like
chocolate waffle cone.
Is that a regional thing? I mean, like, or I'm guessing they have them around here. I don't think I've ever seen them.
I don't think I've had them around here, but I've had one.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember where, but you know what? I think I was in Atlanta.
Okay. Avid said Choco Tacos are not from Taco Bell, never have been. D says, it sounds like you're trying to take yourself into eating Taco Bell tonight, like how John Malin loves Taco Bell. They should, though. Taco Bell is where you go to get fire poops. Yes, that is true. Darn it, I have to get some. Commodore says, damn it, I have to get some now. Uncanny Kodiak says, basically an ice cream sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Avid says, not a regional thing, nationwide. It's been in almost every state. They all have them. Really? Okay.
Some supermarkets don't carry them, but yeah.
If you can get them at Walmart, then there's a good chance I can find them.
They might have them at Walmart.
Okay.
If anybody's going to have them around here, it's going to be Walmart. If they don't, I would try Publix.
Okay. Yeah, Publix has a lot of everything, you know. Actually, my wife used to work at Publix. She was a cake decorator, and she sent me to the store one time, and she says, I want you to go get this. And it was some weird ass ingredient thing, and I didn't know what the hell it was. And she said, go to this aisle, go to this section, either look at the very top shelf or the very bottom shelf, and that's where you'll find it. And I'll be damned if I didn't find exactly what she was looking for. And I'd never, ever even heard of the thing. It had something to do with gelatin and candy making stuff, and it's just...
Was it gelatin?
No. It was something else. It had a different name, but it was one of the ingredients like gelatin that's used in making candy.
Sounds like gelatin.
Yeah, it does, but that's not what it was called.
It has another name, but it's basically gelatin. I forgot.
Yeah, what it's called. Yeah, but it was a name that I just didn't recognize. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, dear. And she told me where to find it and what the package looked like, and I'll be damned, it was right where she said it was supposed to be. So
you can use it to make homemade ballistics gel too, if it's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, I have no idea about that. Commodore says, I'll show you a picture. So, okay, I'm going to walk to the store and buy one right now. Please do corn or do com.
Was it Knox gelatin?
Knox sounds familiar, but it wasn't gelatin.
If it was Knox, it was Knox gelatin. It's just one could just call it Knox.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. That sounds kind of like it.
Yeah, you can like if you wanted to make ballistics gel at home for like taking to the range to shoot it to test out ammo because you don't have ballistics gel, you can use that.
Oh, okay. Well, she made candy with it.
Yeah.
She made really special candy with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The kind that I'm not allowed to have. Because it's medicated. So, I don't know nothing about that stuff. Knox gelatin it is. Okay.
Was it?
That's what Avid saying. You can also make hair gel out of it. Believe it or not. Really?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I absolutely believe you, Avid. Yeah, you can make all kinds of stuff out of Knox gelatin.
Now the question is, do you know anybody who does that? You know?
Yeah. That it is. It's basically unflavored Jello.
That doesn't sound good at all.
But that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's basically unflavored Jello.
Okay.
Jello is a brand.
Yeah. Well, when she sent me to the store to get it, I was like, honey, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, but I got it for her. I did it. You know, I'm a good husband. I follow instructions. I know how to do stuff. So,
yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, let me save this video real quick.
Yeah, I knew what it was. I would have known what it was.
Okay. Uncanny Kodak says, like Willy Wonka, exploding candy. All right, it says, and then Avid says, we did it in high school to make big Liberty spikes. And says, I've rocketed 1 foot tall spikes before. I was goth punk. Oh, I cannot imagine Avid as a goth punk person. Can you?
I can't imagine Avid doesn't seem old enough to be a part of that scene. But okay.
Yeah, we've met Avid. He's a clean cut, nice guy, you know?
Yeah. I haven't seen anybody wearing Liberty spikes since I was a teenager.
Oh, yeah? I don't think I know what that is.
The really tall mohawk spikes.
Oh, for the hair gel. Got it. Okay, now I'm with you. He says clean cut now. Laugh out loud. Yeah, well. You made a good impression on us, man. When we met you, you made a good impression.
I was like, that's a good kid.
That's a good kid.
Like, he's a good boy.
He's a good kid.
I call people kid even when they're like, anybody under 35, I call a kid. Even though Avid is a grown-ass man.
He says Liberty as in Statue of Liberty.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It's the big, long spikes.
I think the closest I got to I think the closest I ever got to being cool in any way was parachute pants. And that was a long, long, long time ago.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no.
There was a time when parachute pants were very popular, man.
Yeah, I know for a minute.
At least 2 minutes because I loved them.
Oh, the 80s.
I couldn't break dance for the life of me, but I liked having the pants, man.
Oh, the 80s.
P.S. Meltzer says, sounds like I'm close to y'all's age. I'm 31. No, my friend, we got a good 10, 15 years on you. Actually, I turned 45 the end of this month. So
yeah, you're old.
No, I never had MC Hammer pants. I never once did I have those, but
aren't those the best? Don't you? Let's get Hero off the ground and running and making tons of money so Andrew can like buy vintage parachute pants, vintage hammer pants, and be.
I don't think I've even seen throwback parachute pants.
There's a type of workout pants that some bodybuilders wear that occasionally you see somebody with them pop up.
Yeah.
So you can still get them.
Oh, goodness.
They're out there. Even if we have to buy them vintage, we're going to get you some.
Oh, no. That sounds dangerous.
Oh, we're going to get you some.
You should turn this into some type of bet.
And if when we redo Hero, which we're probably going to have to redo Hero.
Yeah.
If we can get the next campaign to what's a good significant number, that means we're doing a very serious print run.
25,000, something like that.
Something like that. We get a vintage pair of hammer pants, and Andrew has to put photos up.
No. I'd have to make a video.
And make a video.
Make a video doing
and you wearing them, and yeah.
Doing
maybe even trying to do the hammer dance, that sideways back and forth shuffle.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever tried that before, but you know what? For you, I would.
Yeah, if we do what 25 thou.
Kodiak says, "Do you have any closet bands you're afraid to admit you were totally into? Mine was Limp Bizkit. You want to know something funny about Limp Bizkit?
Oh God,
we actually went to high school with the. Was he a bass guitarist or the main guitarist?
We went to high school with the guitarist and the drummer.
Yes. If you've ever seen any of the Limp Bizkit videos, the guitarist that wears all the freaky makeup and faces, we went to high school with that guy. So.
And the drummer. The drummer's a good dude.
I don't think I knew the drummer. I knew Wes. I didn't know the drummer.
I casually knew John, but we had a lot of friends in common, and I never heard a bad thing ever about John.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, Wes was actually a visual artist just like us. We were in a lot of the same classes. So.
Yes, I did not get along with Wes.
Didn't he almost not walk for graduation because somebody dumped him in the fountain or something?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys were 2 years behind me, so I was gone by the time you guys graduated. So
he was a year ahead of me.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in Jen's class. Mm-hmm. That's right, because I was class of 92. Jen was 93, and you were 94.
Yeah, John was in my class.
Yeah. See, some of the bands and groups that I would admit to, I'm not afraid to admit to them, but you guys would leave my stream very quickly if I told you.
A band I wouldn't admit I like. I don't know.
Oh, you know you're secretly in love with the guys from One Direction. I know you like some One Direction, don't you?
No.
Oh no, that's me.
Yeah, that's no, Andrew. That's you. I really can't think of anything. And I like a lot of different kind of music. If I really like something, I'll be like, yeah, I like that. Like occasionally a sort of poppy act will come along and I'll be like, hey, for pop music, they're not awful. They're like kind of interesting because there's not a lot of interesting pop that comes out anymore.
You know the type of music that when I found out that you liked it kind of shocked me was the big band stuff.
I like some.
There was a time when you were really into the big band, like Frank Sinatra type stuff.
I still listen to Frank Sinatra and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I listen to a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, you weren't. If somebody told me that for you, I'd be like, nah, you got to be kidding me. Avery,
a lot of different music.
Well, we have a friend who when I found out his secret favorite music, one of his favorite musics, I told him I'd take it to the grave, but he welched on a bet with us. So, yeah. But if I admitted it and I told people about it now, nobody would know who he is. So I'm trying to keep it in until maybe we're either rich and famous or he gets rich and famous, and then I reveal. But yeah, I have something on that boy, by the way. Something good too.
Do you like Britney Spears?
No, even worse.
Oh wow.
Think 70s to the point where
he likes ABBA.
No, even worse. No, actually ABBA's not that bad, but no, even worse.
I don't know. What's worse?
Let's just say one of his favorite songs is from a John Travolta movie.
He likes Bee Gees?
Loves the Bee Gees.
That's fine.
Staying Alive, absolutely loves it.
What? That's fine.
But
At least it's pop music from an interesting era. Like if he was like, I really like New Kids on the Block and Milli Vanilli, I just kill yourself. If it was like 90s on pop, I'd be like, just die.
what's that Korean pop that you like? What's that stuff called?
There's no Korean pop I like. I know what you're trying to get me to do. I know what it is, but I'm not taking the bait, sucker.
All right, Kodiak says, are you hyper or what? You've ever admitted that you had a bad personality back then? Avid says, Sinatra is the best. And okay, I'm most embarrassing band I secretly liked, Boxcar Racers.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's
Uncanny Kodiak says, Disco. P.S. Melter says, Alabama. Oh, I got it. I love me some Alabama. I've got several of their tracks on my travel CDs.
I'm from Georgia, so it's totally cool to like Alabama.
P.S. Melter says, Andrew loves Kiss Disco. Actually, you know what I really like? When I got one of our last trips, Avery wasn't with me, so he didn't get flooded with this, but I picked up a best of, like top 20 best of Meatloaf. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic.
I think I listened to some of that with you on a trip.
You probably did. Uncanny Kodiak says, Bee Gees. I like the Bee Gees. Yeah.
Another friend of mine really likes Meatloaf, so I have to hear a lot of Meatloaf sometimes when I'm hanging out with him and he's like super hammered.
Oh, yeah?
The Meatloaf comes out. Like if it's 4 a.m. and Phil and I are still drunk.
Yeah.
And we're the only ones awake, sometimes he starts blaring Meatloaf.
Well, just be glad he doesn't like Celine Dion as well and plays some of the songs that she did that was written by Meatloaf. I actually like those.
Oh, dude.
Those were good too.
Oh, I will burn you alive.
Actually, Jen probably has one of those CDs somewhere. I'll have to look, but Avid says, also, ABBA isn't a band. Isn't bad. My guilty pleasure song of theirs is Gimme, 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 A Man After Midnight. Very good. Uncanny Kodiak says...
It's not Dancing Queen?
Dancing Queen, yeah. Uncanny Kodiak says, not love, but it is interesting. D says, I imagine Andrew's taste in music is like his taste in movies, i.e. Twilight. Uncanny Kodiak says, I like Milli Vanilli. And then P.S. Welter says, Duran Duran is on point.
Yeah.
Kodiak says, I love Meatloaf. Yeah. Avid says, I absolutely loathe country music like nails on a chalkboard, that and R&B. And then D says,
Wait. Does loathing country music include loathing Johnny Cash?
Maybe. Well, see, I like country. I'll listen to country, but I also like modern country too. So.
Oh, I don't like modern country. If I'm listening to country, I'm listening to Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Hank Williams Sr., George Jones.
No, I could do some Big and Rich and.
Oh dear God, that's not country music. That's pop music.
Well, it's cross. Well, that's like T-Swizzle. You know, she's crossover. I like that.
Dude, she's pure pop.
Well, she is now, but
she's always been pop. Even when she was on the country charts, she was pop. She was never country.
She was never Avril Lavigne, you know.
There's not a big difference.
Well, let's see. D says you guys are right about the age of MTV and New Wave. And
yeah, dude.
Kodiak says I love Duran Duran too. P.S. Meltzer.
That was the last good pop music was the 80s.
Avid did say Cash is exempt. Old school country is tolerable. Modern pop country or rap country is awful. Yeah, I some of those I don't like, but I like me some Carrie Underwood, man. Her song, that one song, "Blown Away." Oh, that just moves me every time I hear it.
It depends on what rap country. Have you heard of Gangsta Grass? They do. It's a cross between gangster rap and hip hop. They did the theme song to the show Justified.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about now. Okay.
And I actually like them. I really, really like them. I'm like, okay, bluegrass music and gangster rap. This should not go, but my ears love it.
But it works, huh?
But there's a lot of similarity between the two cultures. There's a lot
between bluegrass and rap.
You have to understand hillbilly culture. They're growing weed. They're bootlegging moonshine. They're running their, and then gangster rap with that culture, not hip hop in general, but hardcore gangster rap. There are similarities of culture. People growing up poor in rough neighborhoods, doing what they got to do. There is similarity.
Okay, all right. I guess I can see that a little bit.
Dude, you need to go to Kentucky and some of those, like the meth farmer, the meth labs and the pot growers, and dude, it's dangerous, and it ain't nothing but a bunch of hillbillies doing some bad stuff.
Okay. Well, I believe you on that, but I don't think I've ever been to Kentucky, to be honest with you.
Certain parts of Kentucky, dude. Woo-hoo.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anybody out there from Kentucky? All right. Day says, rap country, what? Never heard of gangster country. I'm thinking Jaw Boys.
Oh, I don't know.
Avid says, rap country is all about weed. And Kodiak says, favorite mixed drink? Mine is whiskey sour. I even wrote a song about it.
Whiskey sour is a good drink.
I wouldn't know. I've never had one. Yeah, guys, I hope this doesn't spoil it for you, but I don't drink. 45 years old, and you could put all the alcoholic beverages I've ever drank in my life into one glass, and it probably wouldn't even be full.
Yeah, he doesn't know what alcohol is.
Yeah. The closest I ever got to taking a shot of something, there was a year at Christmas time that I had a tooth issue, and I was supposed to go see the dentist like a couple days later, and I told my mother-in-law my tooth was killing me, and she gave me a little glass, and she put a whiskey in it, and she said, take this and swivel it around in your mouth, and it'll help deaden the feeling. So I took the whole thing and I shook it around, and she's looking at me like, okay, dummy, what are you going to do next? And she thought I was going to spit it back out into the cup, which is what I should have done. But I didn't realize that's what she intended for me to do. And I wasn't going to spit it out right in front of her. So I swallowed the whole thing down. Oh my God, that burned like hell. That was nasty stuff too.
What kind of whiskey?
Whatever it is my father-in-law drinks. Like,
it's probably good whiskey.
It probably is good whiskey, but I was like, oh. She was like, I thought you were going to spit it out. And I'm like, I didn't know that's what you intended. Stupid.
Whoa, McClintock, great party. Where's the whiskey? Whiskey's good. Whiskey's good for you.
Okay, well, I think that was the last and only time I ever really had that. So I'll have to take your word for it.
Whiskey's good.
Hey, Richard, how's it going? He said, good evening, girls. Yeah, well, he's got me pegged. Avid says, alcohol's the devil. We need another prohibition.
No! Wait, my grandfather did some bootlegging and prohibition.
Yeah, I was going to say, we probably have family involved and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. My family's a bunch of hillbillies from North Georgia. What do you think?
Day says, the most dangerous I've gotten was mixing powdered lemons with water. Oh, wait a minute. I got to go back up a little bit. I missed some stuff. Favorite mixed drink? Mine was okay. PS Mo says, you mean King Turkey? Turkey? D says, you guys remember the first rock crossover in Walk This Way with Aerosmith and Run DMC? Yeah, I do.
Hell yeah, dude. I thought it was great. An Anthrax greatest hits album is what's in my CD player now, dude. I still listen to Bring the Noise all the time. I love it. And I'm the Man. Anthrax was doing that too, before it was a thing.
Before it was a thing.
And then it died. It became a thing, then it died. That's what happens when something gets super, super popular. It's about to die.
Well,
once it gets like mainstream popular, the mainstream will kill anything. Have you heard a lot of this new pop that's coming out that sounds kind of like new wave?
No.
Oh, there's a whole genre of pop out right now that they sound, dude. Everybody sounds like they grew up listening to their uncle or their dad's Cure records.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and some of it's actually pretty good. I'm kind of shocked. I'm like, there was this one band. I watched a bunch of their videos. I'm like, somebody grew up listening to her dad's Smith and Cure albums.
Okay, hold on. Richard says Purple Passion made in the bathtub. I guess that's his favorite mixed drink.
Oh God.
Avid says Anthrax was dope.
Yeah.
And Commodore says back with Choco Tacos. Very good, man. Very nice. Good.
Dude, I still like Anthrax.
Richard says Ted Nugent back in the late 60s and early 70s was the bomb. Day says so Fortnite's about to die.
Yes.
And then Avid says I used to love Skater Punk, Bad Religion, No FX, etc.
Uh-huh.
Skater Punk, was that anything like Avril Lavigne?
Oh, I'm gonna punch you. Oh, I'm gonna punch you.
You know, the only reason why I even know who Avril Lavigne is because that's what my daughter listened to in the day, you know? You know, when she was like 6. So, but I did think Skater Boy was a fun song.
Ooh. I like Suicidal Tendencies. Oh, they were awesome.
I don't think I know who that is.
That's because you're not cool.
Yeah, well, we have determined that a long, long time ago. So.
All the cool kids know who Suicidal is.
Yeah, I don't think I ever heard of them.
They were like, what's funny is they were one of the big like thrash metal bands.
Okay, well, yeah, then I don't know anything about them.
They're awesome. Like skaters and headbangers loved Suicidal.
One of my other best friends from high school was a musician, and he thought my taste in music was absolutely despicable, horrible.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, he said I was too pop 40.
You make pop 40 seem edgy.
Whatever.
Just saying.
No, when the type of music that I always listened to, even back in high school, was the oldies station. But that's because that was what my mother always had on in the car was the oldies, you know, Elvis Presley, the Beatles, you know, all the old songs, you know.
Elvis is cool.
Elvis is awesome. Elvis is freaking awesome. I mean, there's nothing wrong with some Elvis.
I grew up listening to that.
Yeah. But I listened to that because that's what my mom always had on in the car. And, you know, if I wanted to go somewhere, I had to go with my mother or I had to go with my father. And, you know, that's what you grow up listening to. D says, yeah, blame your daughter and not yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Richard says, Grand Funk. Uncanny Kodak says, all I want was a Pepsi.
All I want was a Pepsi, just one Pepsi. She wouldn't give it to me.
Richard says,
suicidal.
Oh, okay. Richard says, shows how old I am. And P.S. Meltzer says, I saw Suicidal Tendencies live with the Cannibal Corpses and Body Count at Knot Fest a few years ago in San Bernardino. That sounds cool.
Was Suicidal still good? Because like I heard some new stuff from them a few years ago, and I was just like, no, thank you. It was not good. Richard
Corbin says, the Archies. Avid says, Suicidal Tendency was dope. Lagwagon, Millicolin, and Offspring were so good. He's naming stuff. I don't even know if he's naming bands or if he's naming alcoholic drinks again. I'm not sure.
Offspring was a pop punk band.
Oh, okay.
They were pretty decent.
Okay.
Lagwagon, I remember hearing. I didn't listen to them, but I heard of them, but I didn't listen to them.
Richard says bubblegum pop.
Yeah.
Isn't that part of that Korean stuff that you like? That Korean pop stuff?
I wouldn't know.
Day says, what was classical music?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what they consider classical now is like Aerosmith, Dude Looks Like a Lady, and stuff like that.
That's problematic.
Yeah, they even play that on the radio at work. So,
dude, I have heard Muzak versions of Metallica, Nothing Else Matters, while in the elevator.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, what?
Oh, I think you missed it, but Saturday at work, I think it was before you got there. You know how they're playing Christmas music over the radio? They played Baby It's Cold Outside, and I was like, I'm offended.
Yeah, baby, it's cold outside.
They didn't tell it. They forgot to tell the people at our company that's offensive. You know,
it's rape culture.
It's offensive. It's offensive for something that didn't even exist when the song was written. You know. Mm-hmm. Oh well. Yeah, but Ryan, he was like, "Yeah, I know. That's really bad. Somebody needs to say something."
Yep.
We'll get Avery to complain. All right, hold on. I'm missing.
Oh, wait. Call HR.
I'm missing. Okay, I'm missing some chats. Let me hear what's going on. Richard says Elvis and Johnny Cash. Yep. Bolero is one of my favorite compositions. This is from Richard. Avid says, I saw the Static X live, worst concert in my life. The whole crowd was chanting the name of one of the songs. The lead singer said, sorry guys, that album wants us the album wants us to play the new stuff. That's funny. The label, not the album. Okay. And Commodore says, I sent you a pic on Facebook. Okay, I'll go check it out in just a second. Kodiak says CCR, Beatles, Three Dog Night, Elvis, Beach Boys, all bands I got from my dad.
Yeah.
Sid Vicious says Richard Corbin. Avid retracted something. He's always retracting something. Said I was pissed. Like, when did this become the label instead of the fans and the music?
Yeah.
Bubblegum Pop. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Kodiak says Bubblegum Pop is Britney, NSYNC, etc. Yes. And it started with the Spice Girls. Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a name for that movement. I just thought that was, I didn't realize that was Bubblegum Pop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I remember when Glee did the episode where everybody was doing Britney songs. That wasn't Bubblegum Pop. That was like extreme. It was more about, it was sex appeal to the max. I mean, I'm sure that was her later stuff, but that's my exposure to
that whole
Britney
thing.
Spears.
Christina Aguilera, all that. Yeah, that was all bubblegum. Is what that was called.
So, what's the history behind the song? I don't know. Or the company forgot to care. Okay, P.S. says I've met a few famous musicians. Coolest ones I've met were Burton from Fear Factory, Mustaine from Megadeth, and Pepper of Corruption of Conformity. That's cool. Oh, hey, Gizmo Trish. How's it going, man? How about the Butthole Surfers?
They actually did have that one. What was it? They did have one big song, like just before that whole big scene died. They did have a mainstream album, I believe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I remember the name Butthole Surfers, but I couldn't tell you a single thing they did.
I heard of them. I heard some of their music, but I wasn't like a fan.
Oh, okay.
I was more into harder stuff.
Okay.
But I didn't hate them. I had nothing against them.
P.S. Melter says, Suicidal was awesome live. Mike is still a monster.
Really? Cool.
Avid says, oddly, Imagine Dragons was the absolute best concert of my life. It was almost spiritual. And then he retracted something else.
Okay.
Richard says, they called Archie and the Monkeys bubblegum pop way back then. It's actually started in the 60s. Really? Okay. And then P.S. Melter says, hey, Avid, did you hear Static X is back for a tribute show, the new album with Wayne's pre-recorded vocals before he died? I heard the tour will include guest vocalists like Rob Zombie and others. Oh, that sounds interesting. Avid says, Drowning Pool put me on a good concert too. And then Uncanny Kodiak says, Megadeth is my all-time fave band. Ask my wife and kids and they'll tell you while rolling their eyes. Yeah, don't ask my kids what my favorite bands are, please. They will admit to things that Avery will cringe thoroughly about, and I don't really need to go there.
Peace sells, but who's buying?
Actually, I think my favorite concert, I've only been to maybe 2 concerts in my life, but my favorite one that I went to is when the Beach Boys came to Jacksonville. And it was a free concert. All you had to do was go down to the park and get in. And my mom, this is when Ayla was just maybe 4 or 5. She was little. And her favorite song was Barbara Ann. Ba, 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 Barbara Ann. And we got to the concert late. And I knew of the entrance that was over by the back end of the stadium. And we went up there, and there was a security guard there, but he really wasn't paying attention. And we just walked right past him. And then we got there, and we realized we had walked into the VIP section behind the stadium, behind where, and because we were standing, one of the popular news guys was the weatherman. Do you know who I'm talking about? The guy who he was like a surfer dude.
Oh yeah. The guy that was that Donna Higgins was having the affair with.
Yes, we sat right next to the 2 of them and their kids. Nice. At the concert. We were like 2 or 3 feet away from them, but we just went in, and I turned to my mom and I said, Mom, I don't think we're supposed to be back here. She says, just pretend like we're supposed to be here and just do it. So we saw the concert from behind. So we were, there was the mass of people out in the front, and we were right behind the stage watching them. And then they finished for the night, and they said, all right, everybody, thank you very much. And they were leaving, and Ayla was almost in tears because they didn't play Ba Ba Bran. Well, they came back out and did an encore and played Ba Ba Bran, and she was thrilled. She was thrilled they did it. And because we were telling her, oh, maybe we missed it. Maybe they already did it and we missed it. Because like I said, we got there late, and she was just devastated. And I have to go through my photographs. I have a photograph of her and Mike dancing behind with the Beach Boys in front of us on the stage. It was really, really cool. It was a fun little thing. But yeah, we snuck into the back VIP section and got away with it. All right, let me see. Oh, Avid says he retracted typos as they have a hard enough time reading my messages without typos. And then Avid says you butcher almost everything, every reading anyway, Andrew. Yeah, I do. I'm bad, guys. Sorry. I blame it on my bad vision, but I'm just stupid. So, P.S. Melter says, I forgot about Drowning Pool. We have a bar with a stage by the river. They played, and I kept running into the guitarist. Such a nice guy, but small, like 5 foot tall. Says, my favorite concerts, yes, was very good. Alvin Lee, and 10 years after, he was a very good one, but seeing the Winter Brothers was absolutely the best. And then Kodiak says, I have 1,000 gloves like that with cut up fingers like that. Can't even find them when I need them. Yeah, well, I was at the store the other day. I was at Walmart, and they had a 2-pack set of the mittens, and they just help me from smearing all the pencils when I work on drawings. And there's like $1.50 for 2 sets of gloves, and then I just cut holes in them so I can feel the pencils and the pens and so forth. And I lost these for the longest time, and I just found them the other day. I think I moved something in the living room, and they fell out from behind something. Oh, speaking of which, you want to hear a funny story? So Sunday, we went to our family Christmas party, and it's the Christmas party with the rich side of the family. My wife has some relatives who are very, very well off. One of them owned an insurance company.
Good for them.
And we have an annual Christmas party with them every year, and it's always a blast. And we get to meet up with people who we haven't seen in a long time from her family, and it's always fun. But on the way, Jen comes into the back room where I have the laundry washing machines right over here to the right of me. And so I have stacks of clean laundry behind me.
Yes.
And she comes in and she grabs a sweater because it was wet and cold out. And she grabs it and she throws it on, and we leave. And we're in the car and we're on the way there. And it's just her and I because Ayla's out of town and Mike had to work. It's no big deal. And she looks down and she lifts up her arm, and a pair of my underwear falls out of her sweater. And I told her, honey, I am so glad that happened while we're in the car and not as soon as we get there, because, we already feel like low hillbilly trash sometimes. But had you walked into the house and my underwear fell out of your sweater, that would have just been it. My wife would have been so embarrassed. She'd probably be really mad I told this story. Now that I think
that's the funny part, is the way you just go, you'd probably be really, really mad I told this story.
Now that I think about it, I may not have wanted me to tell that story. So
the whole rest of your spiel is just like blah blah blah. Hurry up, get to the point, yada yada, freaking yada. Oh, she probably wouldn't like it if I told that story. Perfect. See, that made it worth it. That was funny.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, you guys, yeah. My daughter used to always say that I tell everybody everything. And I always say, no, I don't. I don't tell everybody everything. Yeah, I know. But, yeah, and actually, to be honest with you, I don't know if she brought my underwear into the house when we came back home. And here, okay, guys, I'm getting ready to tell you the worst part of this story. And I just realized it. Because my daughter was out of town and she and her boyfriend took her car, they left us his car, and we were in his car. I'm thinking there might be a pair of my underwear in the backseat of his car right now.
Leave it.
I've already given him the keys back, so, I mean...
Leave it. It's way funnier if he finds it and he thinks like you and Jen had sex back in his car. Way better. Oh,
well, at least I know they're clean because they came out of the clean laundry. So,
dude, that's so funny.
Funny.
No, that's funny because if he that's gonna mess with him if he finds that. That's really gonna shake him up.
All right, Avid really wants me to, or a Commodore really wants me to go check out this photo. So hold on just a quick second. Let me see what this looks like. Okay. Let me show you guys this thing. Commodore went out and got this. It's a Klondike Choco Taco, topped with roasted peanuts, stuffed with vanilla light ice cream and fudge swirl, lined with rich chocolatey coating, wrapped in a delicious sugar taco cone, and drenched with thick milk chocolatey shell.
I want some now, and I'm not even that crazy about sweets. Sweets aren't my problem.
Damn, that does look good.
I know, but thing is, though, here's the problem.
He's got other pictures. Oh, this is him eating one. Oh, okay.
If I go buy one of those, which right now I'd have to go to Walmart. If I went and bought a box of those, I would just sit there and eat the whole damn box.
You would. I think you would.
Like an animal.
Avid, Commodore, thank you so much for sharing that. That's wonderful. That added so much to this live stream.
I
I
want some of
appreciate
those.
it. That does look good.
I'm going grocery shopping tomorrow, by the way, so I think I'm getting some Choco Tacos. I think you just made a sale for them. They owe you money, dude.
Oh, Uncanny says, laugh out loud, Donna Hickman and Dan. Dan found Tim banging her in the news van. So funny that all of Jack's news knew this story. But yeah, this was a time when they had separated and she was with Tim because it was Tim and her, and I was like, they're not married.
Dude,
but they were together at the concert with their kids. So.
Dude, I ran into them at like the Loop in San Marco, like before it was kind of weird. It's like, that's not your husband, that's the other dude. Okay. like,
man, that's gotta be really.
It's like the whole city knows the dude got cucked.
Yeah, it's really sad when your life and the only people that know or care are people that live here in town, and that had lived here in town 20 years ago, because this happened a long time ago. So yeah, but all right. But Avid says peace, love, and respect. Richard says Hero is looking really good, Andrew. I can't wait to get until the IGG completes. Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we may have to relaunch it.
That's all right.
In February. It's not looking good this time.
That's all right.
But
P.S. Melter says best show. Stone Sour singer came out and split his pants first song in. He proved it. Full moon. Oh wow. And then Commodore says, are you guys going to check the pics? I did, man. I did, and I appreciate it thoroughly, Commodore. That's why you've got a wrench, man. You're awesome.
Dude, Commodore, you sold some Choco Tacos.
That's right. Richard says he's got to go get 4 of them now.
I'm going grocery shopping tomorrow, and that's going on the list.
Oh, Uncanny Ass is my middle name, William. It is. If you're looking for me on Facebook, I am listed 2 different ways. One is Andrew Charper. That's kind of my public face. That's the one that I'm on all the time. The one that's Andrew William Charper, that's the one that I only, it's just for family and friends, and I rarely ever post there. I highly recommend everybody, if you have a Facebook page and you have a lot of friends, especially friends who are crazy, insane people, especially around the political funny stuff, craziness, that sometimes you need a separate Facebook where it's just family, so that you can run and hide and get away from the craziness. That's what the Andrew William Charper one is, just so you know. So if you reach out to that one and friend request me, I probably won't see it because I barely ever go there. But yeah, that's how people know me there. This Richard says his middle name is he says my middle name is William as well, Andrew. That's cool. Yeah, you guys want to hear a funny story about my name? So my dad originally wanted to name me Charles, which would have been after my mom's father, who was Charles. And actually, no, my mom wanted to name me Charles. And my dad said, no, I can't do that to my son, because then his name, everybody would call him Charlie Choppa. And so thank God I wasn't named Charlie Choppa. So
yeah, Charlie Choppa.
Charlie Choppa. So, no, Andrew is after my grandfather on my dad's side, and William is after my dad, whose name is William. So that's where the names come from. You know where Avery came from? I'm sure it's a family name.
No, it's not a family name.
Really?
Nope. It is a Irish and it's Celtic.
Oh, okay.
Ireland, Scotland. That's where my family's from, anyway.
Well, when it came to naming our children, my wife always wanted a daughter named Ayla. That's Ayla, because of the the book, The Clan of the Cave Bear. The main character's name is Ayla in that. And she loved that book. She thought the character is a very strong, strong will, strong personality character, and she always wanted a daughter named Ayla. And so I was like, okay, cool. And Michael, I wanted a kid named Michael. That was it. There was nothing to it. It wasn't. He actually, his middle name, his name is Michael Anthony. His original name was supposed to be Michael Anthony Charper, but her grandfather, whose name was Clarence, who she loved very much, passed away while she was pregnant with Michael. So we changed his name. His first name is actually Michael Anthony. His middle name is Clarence, and his last name is Charper, of course. But he's got 4 names, but technically it's only 3. So. It's really funny. He actually has 2 registrations with the voting. He's listed twice. One as Michael Anthony Clarence Charper, and one as Michael Anthony Clarence Charper. So when he goes to vote, technically he could get away with voting twice. But I don't think he's ever tried it. So
yeah.
I don't know why they did that, but they did. Just funny. But yep, that's the secret of our names. Yeah, says, have you ever been out of Bargain House of Fleas? You look familiar, but yes, that's the one I found. Bargain House of Fleas. I think I got to go up a little bit. I think I missed what he was talking about. Hold on, let me go up. Hero Comics brought to you by Klondike Choco Tacos. That's right. Is Google Hangout going away? That's what we hear.
Yeah.
I ate all 4. Commodore says he ate all 4 of them.
Damn.
He's got none to share with you, man.
Damn, Skippy.
If y'all were locally grouped here, I'd buy one of it for everybody. Aw, that's so nice. Klondike. Uncanny Klondike. He lives here in Jacksonville.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess when he says Bargain House of Fleas, he's talking about the... Mike and I did set up at the flea market, the one over there on Atlantic Boulevard. If that's the one you're talking about, I have been there before. And then Commodore says Klondike, or to be PC, Klon Lesbian, should sponsor Hero with Coco Taco.
Oh my God.
And Richard says, are you up, Chuck? No. Avery comes from an egg. Yes, he does.
Yep.
Avid says I should name my kids Hero. Actually, I posted something on Twitter. I actually, several years ago, offered both my children $100 if they would name their firstborn child Kit Fitzo, because I really like that name. And my daughter told me, go pound sand, but my son actually is considering it. I'm pretty sure the rate would have to go up to what he would accept, but he'd have to find a girl first that'd be willing to do that. But I told him, I said, if you name your firstborn child Kit Fitzo, because I think that's a fantastic name, I'll give you $100. And at the time, the kid, he was young enough to be impressed with the idea of getting $100. So.
$100.
That's right, and that still stands. It still stands. I will pay either one of them $100 if they name their firstborn child Kit Fitzo. I absolutely, I will definitely do that. Matter of fact, I bet you I'd get Avery to chip in $100 too, just for the heck of it. No.
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that at all. You wouldn't back me up on that one.
No.
Whatever, you pain in the ass. All right.
I'll pay Michael $200 to name his first kid. Shut up, Andrew.
Avid says I should name my kid Hero. That's right, you should. Clan of the Cave Bear was my big sister's favorite book. She's around 45 too. Yep, there you go. P.S. Melter says, Commodore, I have a better joke. What do you call a black Eskimo lesbian? You know what? An ice cream treat. That doesn't sound nice at all. And P.S. Munter says, I apologize if I offended anybody. I'm not sure if we have any lesbians in the chat right now. I would really love it if we did. Oh, that would be absolutely fantastic. I would love it if we had a lesbian in the chat.
I don't care about these things.
I have so much in common with lesbians. You know? That's all I'm saying.
Well, they're higher T than you, so I don't know about that.
Oh, damn. That hurt, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I can relate to a lesbian.
Can you?
Yeah. I mean, we all like the same type of stuff.
Right.
I'm pretty sure we do.
I don't know. I'm a little unsure.
Well. Boy, talk about bringing a conversation to a screeching halt, guys. First Choco Tacos and music, and now we're talking about lesbians, and oh well.
On your kid-friendly channel, supposedly, you're a degenerate. My behavior is better than yours.
Yeah, I know.
Sad. That's sad. You have failed this channel, Andrew.
I know.
Like the hero. You have failed this.
That's gonna be in a chapter of Hero where somebody turns and says, "You have failed." Oh.
What's wrong with you, Choco Tacos?
Nothing's wrong with Choco Tacos.
Nothing's wrong with it. I can't stop thinking about them now. Like, that just sounds really wonderful.
Avery, I hate to tell you this, but if you get the urge to go out and buy a Choco Taco and you go to a store and they don't have them, you're going to have to continue looking until you find them. You could be out all night long looking for Choco Tacos.
If I go looking for them at this time of night and I don't find them, I'm making a little video like that guy in the GameStop when he tried to return Fallout 76 and they wouldn't give his money back.
Oh, really?
You haven't seen that video?
No, I haven't. What did he do?
He trashed the place. Dude.
Oh, jeez. I would advise you not to do that, please. I'd hate to see you on the evening news.
I don't condone that behavior, but you know what?
Actually, you know what? If you were on the evening news for doing that, exactly that, I would record that crap. I would play it every day. It would be at the end of every one of my videos.
Me going nuts in GameStop, knocking everything over.
Yep.
Dude, he put some oomph on it, dude. He destroyed a couple of displays, and he did it fast and walked out.
Did he record himself, or was it video recording from the store?
Somebody else in the store recorded him.
Oh, okay.
He was trying to bring back his Fallout 76. They wouldn't give him his money back, and then he just went nuts.
That's funny.
It was kind of funny, even though you're not supposed to think that level of juvenile behavior is funny, but it was funny.
Yep. Yeah, well.
I don't condone it. Kids don't do this. But it was funny.
Do you remember? I think you knew who I'm talking about. There was, when we were teenagers, when we were in high school, there was a couple of teenagers that did something really stupid. They went into a house that was being built and they vandalized it.
They
videotaped themselves doing it.
Yeah, that was Keith.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, people we knew.
Yes, and, that was Keith and his friends.
Yeah, and they made a joke about it on The Simpsons.
Yeah, the video vandals. Yeah, that was Keith and his friends.
Yeah,
idiots. They're all off probation now, but they were all on probation till they were adults.
Yeah,
and they had to pay restitution. He was in hot water. Keith was in a lot of trouble for a long time.
Yeah, well, you do something stupid, you're not supposed to record yourself doing it.
It was before, it was,
and that was before the internet, before social media.
And you can still find the videos of them doing that dumb stuff.
Yeah,
he wasn't one of the main ones, so he wasn't in as much trouble. but he was on the videotape.
Yeah.
Doing stuff and doing some stupid stuff. He was kind of a part of it.
Yeah, could you guys imagine what our lives would have been like if social media was around when we were kids or when we were teenagers?
I'd be in jail.
Yeah, we used to have a
I'm in jail.
We used to have a saying, if the cop didn't see it, we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And trash cans at 2:00 in the morning, beware. I hit a couple of them in my time. Not on purpose either. There was that one time I was coming home after hanging out with, it was either you guys or Yuli or whatever, and I almost fell asleep behind the wheel and ran over a bunch of people's trash cans. It was pretty sad.
You
weren't with us the night that that guy challenged Todd and I to play to chicken back in my neighborhood where I lived. He came right at us in his car, and I drove up on the sidewalk and almost hit a mailbox to get out of the way of this guy. It was pretty bad, but we were bad kids. Thank God social media wasn't around, because we would have videotaped that crap.
Yeah, you were. You guys were awful. Always doing bad stuff.
Yeah. I need Todd here to tell some of his stories, because we've got some bad stories.
I don't know if you guys were bad. You were just dumb.
Well, yeah, we were dumb. We were really dumb. Yeah, I got to really. I'll next. I don't know if I've actually told the story, but I ever tell you guys the story about the dart in the chest?
I don't know if you've ever told these guys. I know about the dart in the chest.
Yeah. Well, we may save that for Wednesday, because we're already an hour and a half into this stream. Avid says, "Why does Hero have an arrow in his back?" Well, he has an arrow in his back because he was running away from tree frogs that were shooting arrows at him, and you know what? Sometimes you get hit.
He took one in the backpack.
He took one in the backpack. That's right.
It's in one of the previous pages. This is page 14 of the book 2.
Yeah.
This is page 4. Like, I'm working on book 2, man. We're 14 pages in.
I think Avid told me he misplaced his copy of book 2 that I gave him.
Oh yes, that's right. He did.
So he may not know what's going on there. So.
Exactly.
Oh, Uncanny Kodiak says, changing the subject. How about those? Yeah, I got nothing. This is back when we were talking about lesbians. Sorry about that. And Avid says, also, do you have a black person in the chat? Apologize. Okay, Andrew, send me a Twitter DM to John Dillard your address for the drawing. He's jumping all over me right now. I don't have an address. Laugh out loud. Hold on a second. What's he looking for? Avid says, I bet you guys take it in the backpack. Oh, God. Oh man. Malin Militia right there.
No werewolves here. No werewolves here.
No werewolves here.
Yeah. No werewolf. Not judging werewolves. Werewolves are fine people. There's nothing wrong with being a werewolf. If you're a werewolf, you're a werewolf, and I accept you for exactly who you are.
I know what P.S. Melter's talking about. He's talking about the sketch from John. Okay, yeah, I'm with you now. I'm thinking to myself, what address? What address? I know what he's talking about. I got it. Yes. P.S. Melter, I will absolutely reach out to John Dillard. I'm screwing up his name. John Dillard. I will take care of it. It won't be a problem. P.S. Melter, you've already backed the IndieGoGo, right? I'm fairly certain you have. P.S. Melter told me his secret real name during the last live show. I'm not going to tell anybody. It's a secret, but I'm pretty sure he backed the project. Oh, yes, I know he backed the project because he was the one that got the skit. Okay, never mind. I know what I'm talking about now. Yeah, I'm with it. Oh, man, I am so stupid sometimes. I don't know what I'm saying.
You're not stupid. You're just spastic.
You're not stupid. You're dumb.
No, you just kind of you spaz out.
Yeah, I know. Plus, it's getting late, guys.
You're not dumb. You're not stupid. You're just a spaz.
Uh-oh. Avid's getting nasty here. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
I bet you guys take it in the backpack. Yep. And then he says, would a vampire need to take it in the mouth? Yes. P.S. Melter, a boomer moment. I have them almost 5 times a day. It seems to happen more often. I honestly, I am so glad. I am so glad.
That's so good.
I am so glad that Ethan kind of coined the phrase for us, the boomer thing, because there's now a term to describe the stupid stuff I do.
No, that was around. That wasn't.
I'm sure it was around, but I got it from him, and I give him credit for it. So
okay, but that was.
I don't care. Nothing came before Ethan. Okay, it did not exist before Ethan said it. So.
Oh. Do not talk the interwebs that way. Taught the interwebs.
Don't taught the interwebs. Yes.
Oh no, seriously. Not taunt the interwebs that way.
Yes, Hero does have an arrow in his back. In case anybody wants to know, there is an arrow in his back. Oh, let's see. This is sketch number 8. Crap. There we go. We gotta save the video. All right. Oh. All right, well, everybody, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I think we're gonna wrap this one up. I am so glad you all joined us. We had a really great time. The Burning One just joins in, says, hello, really like your art style. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Ow.
Now, are you live streaming tomorrow?
Maybe.
Well, let me know if you don't, and then I will, okay?
What time should I live stream?
Well, the 7:30 is always a good thing. So,
okay.
If you want to. I mean, if you don't want to, I'll do it then, you know?
Okay.
All right.
I'll stream at 7 tomorrow.
Hey, Burning One, appreciate you subbing. Cool. Excellent. Just see the next one. Yeah, well, we do live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30. And then, but we're trying to do one a day while the campaign's going on for the next 2 weeks. We're going to try to do them one a day. The ones that are not on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are kind of whenever we get a chance to. So we're not going to announce them ahead of time unless Avery wants to commit to one tomorrow now.
I did 7.
7. All right. So guys, check out on Avery's live stream tomorrow night at 7.
Yeah.
Comics and Illustration Studio 7.62. Somebody with a wrench can do it, or I can do it. I can do it.
Do it now.
Hold on, let me get.
Do it, Andrew.
I'm working on it.
Oh my God! How come you weren't done already?
Oh, you're an ass.
Duh.
All right, hold on a second. I'm getting to his channel so that I can share it with you all. All right, tomorrow 7 o'clock. Meet us here at Avery's channel.
Yes, yeah, 7.
All right, everybody. Appreciate you joining. That's 7 Eastern time, by the way. Appreciate you joining. Thanks a lot so much for hanging out and having a good time with us. We had a lot of fun, and we'll talk more about the genius of Avril Lavigne next time we have another live stream. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye.
Oh.